Hey everyone, it's Josh with Brilliant Water Features. Actually, talking about a desk I built instead of a water feature. Last year I made this desk and got a lot of good feedback on it, but one thing I failed to do was explain how I built it and what I built it out of. And so I'm just going to take this time today and kind of go over that. So the most important part is that this desk was inspired by this clock. You can see it's got a chrome bell around it, a black, white, and orange. The neat thing is it's got a glass top on it that gives it a shadow box feel, some dimension. And I really wanted to try and accomplish that with doing this. And so you can see it's made of a glass top, and got some really neat product called 8020. It's an extruded aluminum. But yeah, so I was able to accomplish the shadow box feel to it, which I'm real excited about. At the same time, I built the top to a desk system called Uplift Desk, and they build these electronic legs that are connected to a motor. So I'm going to go ahead and just bring this up real quick to operating height so I can kind of show you how I put it together. But it's got some preset modes. I usually only use 1 and 2, but it's really nice. Now I can work here at a good height. So before I built this, I went ahead and spent some time figuring out how I was going to build it. We can see here there's part of the extruded, another piece of extruded that's got the flange, which is this guy right here. And so you can see the flange. And so I went ahead and made sure that I accounted for that flange. And it sits on top of a 1/2 inch oak. And then this barrier here is a 1/4 inch melamine. And then it sits on top of another piece of the extruded with a 1/4 inch tempered glass. This part right running through the middle here is this stuff that we're looking at, and it's the same thing but just painted in the Chevy orange. I spent a lot of time thinking about how I was going to create its shape and design, and I wanted some items down in there creating the shadow box. And so it's kind of like crosses, but they're really just a pattern. What my goal was down here was to make sure that this actually connected all the way through there. Spent a lot of time thinking about it, and thank goodness I had AutoCAD to help me draw it up. But so yeah, this is kind of just a rundown of it. You can kind of see, if I come all the way over here, you can kind of see how those two pieces line up. Again, it's 1/4 inch tempered glass, and it sits on top of these little grommets. It's got a really neat shape to it. If I had it to do over again, I would have paid more attention to these items here. You can kind of see they've got that little mark on it, and so I would have been consistent in the mark. But it's got 2 pieces of glass on it. I bought an assembly here, a tray from Mayline. Mayline's they make actually all the furniture I've got in here. I'm very happy with it. But Mayline made this, $90 assembly that allowed me to put a drawer in there. It's pretty cool. It's got an angle to it, so it's pretty dramatic. And then since I work with the laptop, I built just kind of a docking station down here. Built it again out of the same material, but I had some angled aluminum and a shelf that I cut down, and bought fully extendable self-close drawers. I always leave this open in case I wanted to show somebody what the material is made out of. But love this damn desk. It's incredible. I can't tell you how much time it took me to build it, but that's kind of how that works. I'm going to take a quick minute and show you what the mechanics are underneath it. Sit back in my chair here. Okay. So you can see that it was made out of the just the oak. I've got a wire mold control, or a wire management, a little 2x2 here to help just fasten to it. This is the assembly that I made that has the that houses the desk in it. You can see it's made out of 2-inch angle, aluminum angle. Got it all fastened up here. Here's the leg assembly to the chairs, or the legs to the table part, and they've got telescoping elements to it. You can see it goes through there. All of those are controlled by a box right here. This is the control box. This is for all 3 legs, and they're all simultaneously controlled so they can work effectively. I took a docking station, got a docking station here. Obviously you can see it's screwed, and all the wire management is bundled up together as best as possible. You can see here, this was the 2 pieces. I actually have a seam here because obviously you can't make the whole piece one part, so I had to be cut. And I took I had some actual hardwood oak, went ahead and countersank all my holes and screwed it together so that this would be as tight and as strong as possible. You can see I still had some leftover parts of that, and I was able to create that full assembly for the desk. And then again, you know, more wire management. Here's the other leg, the single leg to that. Again, it telescopes down all the way to the bottom. Here's the control, and then again, that goes all the way over, ties into the main module. Got my power supply, that kind of stuff. So it's super quiet, super awesome. I hope this really puts it in perspective as to how this works. The neat thing too is I can like slam this to the ground. When I built this, my son was obviously much smaller than he is now, but I could put it so low that it would be too short for him. So that's just to the height of the legs. Gives you a better understanding of how low we can actually make this go. It's kind of hard to see, but that's my knee. So pretty low height. Neat thing. I just love this desk. And right over here you can see some shelves that I made to match the overall look, the overall feel of the desk. Again, it's all made out of 80/20 extruded aluminum. I bought it on Amazon. Just put it all together, and yeah. So thanks for watching. Here's my final setting here for my desk height. Yeah. Put my chair in. Yeah. So I hope this was helpful. I hope this validates the last one I created. If you got any questions, I'm happy to help answer them however I can. So thank you again for watching, and we'll talk to you later.